Hi, my name is Larry Zacharko, and my house is at 68 Annette Street, directly west of the 66 Annette Street residence. I have resided there since 1997. In my backyard, I have a small patch of land, approximately 8 feet by 15 feet, where I have grown, among other things, sugar, snow, and Lincoln peas, numerous varieties of beans, jalapeno, bell, devil's tongue peppers, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, Swiss chard, raspberry, and especially heirloom tomatoes, or heritage tomatoes. I have yellow, green, striped, black with red inside, peach, every shade of red, and my favorite peach-colored one. They come in sizes as small as a grape, as well as over a pound. The seeds have been collected and saved from season to season, from one generation to the next, some as many as 100 years. I grow these plants and save the best and take their seeds and dry them for the next year. I have been doing this for decades. I trade some of the seeds I've saved with other seed savers, and in the first part of February, I work with my students at a school and plant them in batches. When the batches grow in healthy bunches, we transfer each sprout into their own cup. Those are discarded coffee cups we reuse. I brought one here. Eventually, we have approximately 1,000 plants. We try and get as many students involved in this project. The special ed kids are responsible for watering. My English class learns how to document and record progress. As these plants grow, I have the students look through the neighborhood and find someone they think deserves these plants. And they write me and explain the reasoning. Then they write a letter to the person they've chosen and explaining why they're getting the plant on the May long weekend. And they give them that person a plant and the letter. I have had all sorts of reasons why this person has been chosen, from I'm the kid who stole the pears from your trees, to you're always such a cheerful bus driver, to my teacher says I have to give this plant to somebody, so I'm giving this to you. The students then have to write and tell me what the encounter was like and what they thought of the entire process. One of the memorable reports was from a girl of a Vietnamese family who lived next door to a single woman who'd been there for 3 years. They were both friendly, waved and saw each other, but not much more. My student wrote in her letter that she was giving the woman the plant because she had the most beautiful garden in the neighborhood. On the May long weekend, she saw the woman in the garden, and so she walked over and gave her the letter and the plant. The woman opened the letter, read it, and walked into her house. My student was certain that she had offended the woman somehow and wasn't certain what to do next. As she was about to go back home, the woman stepped out of her house. She said that she had come from Hong Kong 3 years ago, as it is a city being transferred back to the Chinese rule. The plan was to leave her daughter with her mother until she could establish herself in Toronto and send for the daughter. The daughter loved gardening. So the woman had been growing the garden annually in anticipation of her daughter's move, but something had happened and the daughter died. The woman still maintained the garden. She said in all the 3 years that she'd been here, no one had ever said anything about her garden. Then, there was a bit of an emotional moment. And from then on, the woman and the girl's family became more than neighbors, visiting each other's house like newly discovered relatives. I have all sorts of stories that have moved me and built community. We also give out a swag of plants to the families that live in the surrounding blocks, which build up the goodwill of the school and knock down the fear some have of teens. With all the extra plants, we sell them in the school community at the spring concert for Mother's Day and so on. Usually we raise between $500 to $1,000 in donations from that, and the money we donate to the Hope for Rwanda Children Fund. The Hope for Rwanda Children Fund was started by a Toronto teacher, Sherna Gilbert, who was so stunned by the genocide of the community she'd visited for years. She said the only way to heal and repair the country was to educate the youth, and started the fund to do just that. It cost approximately $250 a year to send a student to school, which is about the annual salary of many families. Hope for Rwanda raises the money, and the Council of Community Members in Rwanda review where the money goes. Our school has allowed at least 60 students to attend this school over the years. I could go on about the benefits of the small sliver of earth, but my neighbor, I'm just going to go to the bottom, where my neighbor has put up a fence that has taken 200 hours of sunshine from my garden. If you know gardening, you know that tomatoes crave sunshine. They need as much as they can give them. This fence will effectively eliminate my garden's ability to grow tomatoes. I can go on, but my time is up.